Hey, other ideas for asynchronous check-ins would be adding either an assignment or a discussion. They're very similar beasts. In fact, the window looks a little bit different. They operate a little bit differently. Let me just move through this with an assignment. So you could just put in attendance, and you could put the date. Let's go 9/14. Okay. You could give them some directions. Please check in. There we go. Typically, I wouldn't think you'd be adding anything, but just a reminder that these are the way you add things. I mean, this could be actually could be an assignment, so that you could use that as a check-in as well. So you can, add files, links, things from Google Drive, an audio video recording. Down here, we put the date. So today is, let's say, the 31st, and we'd have a category. You could have a category called attendance, or you could weave this into a different category. I think the most important thing here at this point would be right here. You want to change that to 0. We don't want this to work against the student. We also want to leave this lit up, so just don't turn that off. If you turn that off like it's unlit right now, that means the submit button disappears and the kids can't submit anything. This is turned off only when we're like having them turn in something on paper, and that just isn't happening anymore. So we're going to leave that on. And you can forget about that. And we're all set. We're going to hit create. And there it is, attendance 9/14. I'm going to just, for the sake of showing you, I'm going to create a quick discussion so you can see the difference. A discussion's just a different tool. You can see it looks very much the same. 9/15. There we go. Directions in here. Please check in. And again, this could be an assignment where you want them to respond to something. A discussion is kind of like a blog. Again, those same tools. You can see Schoology has very similar windows in this way. We're going to put the same date. And we're going to go to enable grading, and we're going to make it a 0 point. Obviously, a discussion, sometimes you just want the kids to talk. You don't want them to grade. If that's the case, we wouldn't have checked that box. I'm going to cover it as attendance again, and we are all set. And I'm going to hit create. Okay, and you can see the 2 assignments were generated. And if I take a look in my gradebook, they're there as well. 2 0-point assignments right there. Now, let's go to the student side just so you understand the dynamic here. I'm going to reload the page. There we go. We have attendance. So when they click on this, they've got the directions here. They've got the submit. Maybe they just use the kind of the rich text editor in built right into the submit area. It's under create. I do have a student video that shows them this. I'm here just so you understand how this works. I'm going to go ahead and hit submit. There we go. I'm going to go back while I'm here. I'll go ahead and submit in the discussion so you can see that. Here's this discussion. Excuse me. And again, I'm here. Okay, you can see, and this would, as other students chimed in, they would see that cascading down. Let's go back to the teacher side and go to the materials page. A couple ways in here in terms of you seeing things. First of all, you would receive a notification. Training students submitted an item to attendance. There we go. And you could go right into the grade book. And you can see in each case, the training student, you'll see that little symbol right there, which means they submitted thing. So you don't really have to do anything from here. You can see quite clearly this little piece of paper and this little set of speech bubbles tells you that they did in fact submit for attendance. So you're kind of set. Obviously, if it was a graded item, you would grade it as such and move on from there. All right, hope that's helpful.